feel good.
You make me sick.
Oh shit.
Now I got a bunch of people to play children games for $40 million. But if you lose one of the games, you die.
Oh shit.
You're joking.
He's
right?
not.
I am 100% serious.
Jimmy. We thought you were kidding.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy!
Remember, removing your mask is against the rules.
In my last video, I cured 1,000 blind people, but I now realize that was super lame, which is exactly why today I'm going to blind 1,000 people.
Wait. What? Welcome to another Mel's React. So there is some interesting going on the internet this week. So what's trending right now was Mr. Beast Empire is having some attack due to his co-host Chris Tyson, doing a gender transfer from male to female, and then but also having some dark secrets out with his Discord, which automatically gives a backlash to Mr. Beast and opening a wormhole for anybody that has any bad intention for him, or like the guy to just be full on pull out the AK-47 and having a backlash. So before we watch that, there's a video that I came across that from 2 years ago. It's very funny. You're gonna love it because you get the concept of what the person was thinking of. So it's from a channel called Avocado Animation. Like, we're about to go watch. Let me see.
I got a bunch of people to play children games for $40 million. But if you lose one of the games, you die.
Oh shit.
You're joking.
He's
right?
not.
I am 100% serious.
Jimmy. We thought you were kidding.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy!
Remember, removing your mask is against the rules.
Damn.
You killed Carl!
This is a way darker version than the one with sword.
And if you thought that was crazy, you're gonna want to watch until the end, because it gets even crazier. So here are the rules for the first game. You need to cut out the shape in the cookie without breaking it. And you'll have to do it with this needle. While they do that, I'm gonna tell you about today's sponsor, Honey. If you're looking to buy some human organs off the black market and you want the cheapest deal,
they gotta show a thing called Honey that you use it to get coupons. I thought it was that.
then you need Honey. Okay, this is ridiculous. So far, barely anyone has gotten out yet. So I'm gonna need to spice it up a bit.
2 minutes.
You now have 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
no,
6, 5, 4.
That is diabolic. I think the original was a triangle, a star, I think a cookie or something. But this, how is somebody able to cut that like perfectly? It's not. Oh, it's a Mr. Beast logo. Oh shit.
4, 3, 2, 1. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be flying out 10 random subscribers to compete in one of the next challenges.
Alright, now look at what he just said. Remember that because it's going to be used in the last video that we're going to watch.
Challenges. Goodbye. So as you know, me and Mark Ruber started a charity to save the ocean.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Simply doesn't fix everything.
Why?
Which is exactly why I kidnapped this litterer.
No way.
Where am I?
He's already beaten to a pulp.
Did it feel good? Polluting the ocean.
Wow, the change of voice is
Littering
so.
on your planet.
It was just a water bottle.
Did you feel good?
You make me
Sick. Oh shit!
Now, because it was a water bottle,
Look at his booty. I did not know Mr. Beast could have that kind of ass, man.
I have this challenge for him. If you can land this bottle flip, I'll let you go. And if I fail, will you kill me? No, Darren. I'm not a psychopath.
Oh, really? That's
But
nice.
I will kill your best friend.
What? What?
You're gonna wanna flip that bottle now.
Whoa! Yeah, baby!
You did it. Congratulations.
Now,
You and your friend get to go
You can
home.
leave with your best friend alive, or you can risk it all for this iPhone 4.
Really?
An iPhone?
An iPhone?
Yeah.
4?
I think I gotta do it, man. I mean, like, I've been looking to upgrade my phone, you know? So, like, I've just gotta go with my gut on this one.
So, take that into consideration. Sorry. Alright. Mr. Beast is promoting gambling. That's what this video is trying to say. Also, it's gonna be used at the last video. Remember that. Like, just take that into point, like. And this video was made 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
So how are you feeling after the loss? He was my best friend.
I'm alright.
I don't know how I can move on. Oh, well now you're making me want to cry.
Why are you holding the gun against him?
Wait, so I get to go, right? No, you still littered. In my last video, I cured 1,000 blind people, but I now realize that was super lame, which is exactly why today I'm going to blind 1,000 people.
What?
So, how do you feel? Wow. Well, that's one down. Only 9,999 to go.
9,000. That's 10,000.
Just make the best video possible.
I hunted 100 people.
What?
Would you rather eat your own dog or have sex with your dad?
That dog gonna taste good. That dog is gonna taste good. I'm gonna fry it, put sauce on it.
I recreated the human centipede with a bunch of YouTubers.
Is that Ludwig? Oh my god,
I
Ludwig.
killed every blue whale. I overthrew the Bolivian government.
Yep. Those are the kind of images he used like in his thumbnail.
He was just a child. Kid should have thought of that before crossing the circle.
Losers ought to be burned with the other bodies.
problem with the rules, take it up with the boss.
100 priest hunts 100 kids. 698 million.
Come to celebrate. Biggest in the world.
Jimmy, was all of this necessary? Was Carl necessary? Jimmy.
No one's doing it like we are, Chris. That's what's necessary. What?
So Mr. Beast just went crazy, but here's why it's actually genius. Thanks to Murder, Beast's channel has skyrocketed, but so have others. Dozens have already begun replicating what we've dubbed the Murder Formula.
I
Murder Formula.
So today, me and my friends recreated Human Centipede 2. So with everyone's quick success, what will Mr. Beast do next to keep his leg up?
What would you do next, Jimmy?
Jimmy, what now? I know.
What do you do?
Huh?
Why is he planning?
Nice.
My biggest
I
video
just became
ever.
the biggest YouTuber on Earth. Now, originally, I was
750
gonna
million.
sacrifice a bunch of virgins in the name of YouTube.
But that wasn't good enough. That wasn't big enough.
Which is exactly why I bought the moon. Don't ask me how.
How did you
and
buy
I'm
the
gonna
moon?
Crash it into the earth.
How did he buy the moon? Who owns the moon? Tell me, who owns the moon? Like, how did you buy it from that person?
Killing everyone on this planet. And while that happens, I'm gonna tell you about today's sponsor.
While that happened, always with his ads, like.
Shut it off now.
No.
Shut it off.
And people are still. The thing is, people are still subscribing while the video is going on. Like,
Shut
shut
it
up.
off.
Ooh.
Shut it off.
Jimmy. Carl. I can't stop it, Carl. It was the only way.
Yeah, that's like a similar thing over there. Not 100 million about when the world's about to end. Whoa, these fucking people still subscribing.
If you didn't know, this is actually a sequel to my last Mr. Beast video.
Alright, so now you guys have the context, like this avocado's animation. Like, so it's a very funny. Look at this. Look at the yeah, it's a light channel, but it's so dark with theories and about Mr. Beast and other creators and other stuff in YouTube. So dark. So now you got a little bit of understanding of maybe there might be an evil Mr. Beast. Let's watch what's going on with his situation right now. Like, it's kind of going hayward. I'm not gonna lie.
New Mr. Beast allegations have just dropped and it's not looking good for Jimmy. So last time we talked about Dogpack 404's viral
Yeah, so let me just give you guys a squeak, like a cleanup. So Dogpack was an employee of Mr. Beast, and he left the company since the incident between, like I said, Chris Tyson opening a wormhole for people to pull more allegation on Jimmy. Dogpack said that Jimmy is a fraud. Most of his videos are fake, and the work environment is very cruel. And Jimmy, it's a cool person that just focus on his primary goal, making videos. Like, that's all. It doesn't matter what he has to do to make the video, he will do it. So if you guys want to see a reaction to that, or you guys want to watch it with me, just bump this like this thing up, like this video up, and then I'll
video where a former Mr. Beast employee exposes Jimmy for allegedly conducting illegal lotteries towards children, promoting gambling, faking his videos, forging signatures, manipulating who wins the prizes and monies in his game shows, and mostly giving it to his friends and employees rather than random viewers, and much more. Now, I mentioned in my last video that Mr. Beast was actually caught in the same Discord server where Chris Tyson was openly sharing prawn to minors, and now we have allegedly confirmation that it was indeed the real Jimmy, and it is seemingly provable by searching the archives and seeing that his account is linked to the Mr. Beast gaming channel, which is not possible unless you own the channel and can log in. Meaning essentially, Mr. Beast lied in his response, saying that he just became aware of Chris's actions in the past few days, when in reality, he knew all along. As we know, he had the lollipop art hanging.
Alright, the picture that's over there that's been blocked out is from article interesting, an artist or something I can say that called him Shade Man on Twitter, that posts draws explicit images of children doing explicit stuff that people are not supposed to do. But what's interesting is Chris Tyson, it's openly supportive of the Shade Man, and that's the picture that they got on the wall. But what happened now is, since the Dogpack pulled out that secret, Mr. Jimmy went on that particular video and erased that scene already. But it's already been people already already went through it, so it's not no more. But if you go to watch that video, I don't know which video it is, but it's not there anymore.
From his living room wall, and he was in the same server as Chris, sending messages, and he was best friends with Chris for over a decade and defended him until the recent drama. Now, it actually gets worse for Mr. Beast and Chris, because 500,000 messages have been released to the public from that Discord server. Keep in mind, this is after Chris and his squad wiped out every message that they thought was incriminating, but there's still so many left. Moreover, Lava, one of the victims who was groomed by Chris, now recognizes that it was inappropriate and wrong what was happening in the server. So let's go over these messages and explore this insane rabbit hole. Here we have a tweet by Drama Alert, a thread of all the weird things Chris Tyson allegedly said in the Discord with minors. She's only 14. Damn. Okay, so these messages are from 2018. Somebody posts an attachment. Chris replies saying she's only 14. Damn. And this is allegedly BB, which I'm not gonna say her name, otherwise my last video got age restricted and demonetized, completely suppressed when I said her name. So what did you think she was? 16 and legal in some states. Oof, of course. If she's 14, I'm 14. Chris allegedly sharing links to the famed lollipop artist Shadman. And Chris has linked the website. Chris the meme god, also referred to as Lollipop God, is back. Designated Lollipop, yes it's me, yeah you're back, ooh woo. What am I, a parent? Chris Tyson's alleged response to a request to delete an NSFW channel because there were minors in the Discord. I don't have any issue with the channel. What I have an issue with are minors that have access to said channel. Chris says, is there even a way to do that? Not really, no. So what do we do, lol? Remove it? No, people like it. Even if there was a way anyone can lie about their age. Yeah, true, and I mean, to be fair, the internet is full of prawn. Discord says if you can't regulate it, don't have one. It's the responsibility of the server owner to prevent minors from viewing prawn materials. Chris responds saying, what am I, a parent? Lol. I say we get rid of this because the fan base of Mr. Beast and Chris are mostly under 18. And Chris obviously completely ignored this and continued going with his absolute degenerate tendencies with minors. Chris says there's nothing more free than peeing in the shower. Facts. Waterproof phone gang, and added an attachment of presumably his image. We only worship Jeebus around here. Challenge accepted. The god. Oh yeah, daddy Chris, that's a lot of moisturizer. Why are you in the shower? I don't know if this was a picture of Chris or something with minimal clothing, but this is bad. This is bad. Allegedly Chris Tyson role-playing. No, it is not. Buzzles your necky wecky. Fight me. Love you guys. Nuzzles PP. Nah. Unzips PP. Okay, Chris, you need to be locked up ASAP. Now, it gets really bad when you realize that Mr. Beast was also in the server sending messages. Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson Discord leaks. Mr. Beast allegedly complimenting Chris Tyson's PP size in Chris's Discord server with minors. No, he's not. His PP isn't big enough. I know. Mr. Beast, this is the actual Mr. Beast. No, I know his PP size and it's huge. Beast, are you gay the moment you... Okay. I'll deep throat Chris PP. Haha, Mr. Beast joins in to comment on my PP size. I love it. And that's Chris. Vindication, Jake Franklin, Jake the Viking also tweeted out saying Jimmy knew. And then he says, I called it because these texts have been revealed. And it has been confirmed that it is actually Mr. Beast. It has been linked to his official account, as I mentioned.
Oh, wow. So Mr. Beast knew. So there was a Twitter post that he posted on one of the videos that he said that he was not like I said, he's completely unaware of the situation and had nothing to do with it. But looked like he knew that what Chris was doing, and he was in the server talking.
Oh Lord, it's going to be a long night. Okay, so I gotta mention a couple additional things that are happening on the side. Chris Tyson is being accused of SA by someone. I was SA by Ava Chris Tyson. Moose Skina has come out with their story here. I'm not gonna go into it. You can go ahead and read it if you want. A lot of stuff going on here. I pretty much gotta censor all of this or YouTube's gonna nuke me again, which I don't want. He's done. This is the nail in the coffin accusation. Is anyone else not surprised? Now, it turns out, because the situation got so huge, Chris Tyson's own sister has come out saying that Chris is faking being trans as a fetish. I'm his sibling. He, and yes, I use the correct pronoun, told me that he got fully aroused when he secretly stole my female clothes and put them on. He's deluded and disturbed, and it's 100% a fetish. He's narcissistic, and professionals have told him he needs a full psych eval. This would be absolutely groundbreaking if he was mocking the LGBT community by, pretending to be trans or something like that. But I can't confirm any of this. These are allegations from other people, right? So I'm just reporting on it. And before anyone says anything, yes, it is confirmed that is Chris's sister. Former Mr. Beast employee Jake the Viking says, after seeing all of this, I'm glad that they fired me. I think nobody wants to be involved with Mr. Beast anymore, and he's gonna have a really hard time hiring people anymore. Now we gotta move on to the Mr. Beast Games situation. Basically, Mr. Beast is doing an Amazon show called Beast Games, and it's essentially one of his videos, but on a very wide scale, right? And tons of people are coming out with so many allegations that the environment was incredibly unsafe, with allegedly people being denied medication, being beaten by other contestants, given very little food, some allegations that girls were tackled and assaulted by guys on the show with zero repercussions. Mr. Beast is a monster. Mr. Beast's alleged contestant speaks out, claims unfair teams and contestants being defressed after. Mr. Beast just wants to psychologically disturb people.
They eliminated 400 people the first day. Those 400 people, the majority of them were forced by the other team members to be on the specific team they were. Some were just about physically assaulted to be put onto one team, which ended up making it the weakest team, since it was a lot of elderly people, petite women, and people that they weren't willing to take on 6 guys that were surrounding them trying to take their vest so that they can actually be on that. Of the 400 people that left, the majority of them, I'd say at least half, are all extremely depressed. Mr. Beast is a monster, and the games that he does are really cruel and sick. There are a lot of updates that I'm going to give. I made a video last night when I was prepared and planning on last night. It was supposed to be $1,000. That's like nothing. 4 months. It was going to take 4 months to get to me, as Mr. Beast and his staff knew that I was homeless and had nothing when I went on the show, and I had to buy stuff for wardrobe to be on the show. Many people, sometimes they hadn't gotten their medication for like 2 days. Some of it was like epileptic medication, like really vital, necessary medication.
Okay, so some people are saying that she might be exaggerating, you know, blowing it out of proportion, or she's just salty that she lost the game and she didn't win any money and she's a sore loser. Now, that could be the case, but considering she said she wants to game end herself, that would seem sort of serious. Also, you'd think that Mr. Beast would help out one of the sort of homeless contestants, seems like in line with his values, but apparently not. Now, the only reason I showed this person is because there's also a tons of other people coming out saying the same thing, including reporters who went to the location and nurses in nearby hospitals where Mr. Beast filmed, saying that there were people severely injured and the conditions were super inhumane, right? Where people were denied medication and food and proper hygiene. Now, a blast from the past for Rosanna Pansino, the YouTuber with like 15 million subs, who was complaining about Mr. Beast's hide and seek challenge. She also made 2 videos about this. Here is the first one.
I wanted to keep you guys updated on what I've been hearing about Mr. Beast's Beast games. Since I posted my video yesterday, I've pretty much been talking with more people involved in the show all day. At this point, I've lost track, but I think it's nearing like 100 people who have reached out to me with their stories. Each person has their own experience and their own opinions, but overall, the stories that I'm hearing just break my heart. I have never heard of anything like this on any set. So today I want to read a statement from another contestant who shares many of the same experiences with the other stories that I'm hearing.
Okay, there's going to be a lot of reading. Feel free to skip this part, but I'll try to interject my commentary and let you know what I actually think. I was a contestant until the end. I also didn't accept their hush money. It was really bad. People were having seizures because they weren't getting medication, even though we were promised we would. It was 100% rigged and presented as though the games would be like Squid Games, basically a type of game show where all the games are at an even playing field. That was not at all the case. The games were about speed and strength. I assume this is similar to the Netflix show Physical 100, where you know, it's like physical challenges, right? So only the young athletic males were at an advantage over the women and elderly people that were casted. To make things worse, men started realizing they could take out the women without being eliminated. Guys started tackling and hitting women. 2 girls were tackled and passed out on the field and dragged off to continue filming. I saw people with broken bones, stitches, and most were women. This is straight out of an absolute horror show, and the fact that multiple people are coming out with this is absolutely insane. I'm really hoping some contestants come out who haven't signed NDAs and let us know if all of this is true or false, because this is an insane scandal. We were given maybe 400 calories a meal and only fed every 12 hours. Food would run out and people would fight, steal, and hoard food. What kind of sick game was this? I thought this was a regular Mr. Beast video, but they're fighting over food and water? Water was scarce and kept running out as well. I had to sit with a bloody pad for 2 days before I get undergarments and my reusable pads because I'm allergic to regular pads. We're also sleep deprived, only allowed to sleep 3 to 4 hours. We all slept on the floor on the stadium in a $10 sleeping bag. They offered anyone who lost $1,000 to sign away their rights to join any kind of class action lawsuit of any kind. That is an insane thing to even offer in the first place. Isn't that implying that you've already done something really wrong? I didn't sign, so I did not get the money. After the article came out and things started blowing up, they called everyone back and decided to offer an additional $1,000 per person to make up for the inconveniences. And we'll get to the article as well, because that is yet another bombshell. They knew it was bad because they also offered to provide therapy sessions using their own insurance. And it wasn't Amazon Prime that called me, it was the Mr. Beast crew. So this therapy session would coincide with what that woman was saying about how she wanted to neck herself. I mean, initially, I did think it was a bit far-fetched because it's a game show, but if what they're saying is true and you were beaten and starved, I mean, yeah, you would want to neck yourself and you need therapy sessions, right? I mean, this would be an insane story to make up by 10 different people at the same time. I mean, that's kind of crazy to me, so I'm inclined to believe at least some.
It is interesting, like, I really thought that the Squid Game thing went out very peacefully, shit. Like, peaceful as it can be, like, even the regular show, you don't see that. They're like, But I can't say a lot. If I was in the show, I would not, because I want to win, I would not align myself with anybody weaker or physically weaker. So I guess that's why maybe you can say most of the boys made team with stronger athletic boys, because naturally people think women are weaker. So why would I align myself with a weaker team? And of course, elderly people, I would not want an elderly person. I'm sorry, that's me. Like, no fact, that's me. I would not want no elderly person on my team. That's no. So of course, naturally, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out last. Like, it's not about. Not the original Squid Game when that old man. Nah. This is real life. This is money.
Happened. Possibly they're exaggerating, but at least a lot of the bad things did happen here. We were set up to fail, and when men started tackling people to get them out, nothing was done about it. They were not even eliminated. The game that had to do with the briefcase, it literally felt like Hunger Games, while Mr. Beast is standing on his podium, looking down, watching all of us peasants fight for a chance at $5 million. I know it's a game show, and even with the waiver, it's a company's responsibility to have safety protocols in place to try to prevent injuries. That is not what was happening here. The fact that there were nurses at the hospital in Las Vegas are also confirming all the injuries that happened is proof they did not have to sign an NDA. So this is what gives the most credibility to this situation, because even in the article it mentions that, yeah, the nurses are confirming these stories as well, because they were getting a sudden influx of injured people, and it was all coming from the Mr. Beast challenge, dude. And I think the reason this happened is because Mr. Beast is used to dealing with 100, 200 people at a time, maybe. And he went straight to 5,000 or something, like way more than he can handle. And, you know, he didn't have the staff. He didn't have the sort of team to handle all of this. And this absolutely blew up in his face. Here we got yet another contestant with another story. I was expecting for this competition to be hard, but I did not expect to endure what I did. It was a shit show, to say the least. I believe they were in over their heads and did not plan very well. Here are some of the things I experienced. No one was using a microphone to make announcements, so it was very hard to hear what production was saying. A lot of things got missed. I had to hear through the grapevine about certain things, like when they had Gatorade, when we could go to medical, and when they had snack bags. This just seems like a really poorly organized event that led to an absolute disaster, you know? They handed out undergarment bags to everyone alphabetically by last name. I did not receive my undergarments until the second day of filming. After the first competition, they hadn't fed us in a while and I was feeling lightheaded. I asked someone if they had anything to eat, and they told me to push through and basically suck it up. Oh, you want food, what? Peasant? No, not here in the Mr. Beast. This is a dojo, all right? You don't get food, pal. On the first day, after 12 hours of having contacts in my eyes, I asked someone if I could go to medical to take them out, and they told me no. I witnessed 2 people that had seizures, and it took medical several minutes for them to get there. I'm assuming this happened because they did not have access to medication, but I could be completely wrong. Medics should have been on the field 24/7, ready to go at all times. Why are people having seizures at your event, Mr. Beast? What the heck? I heard people were being pushed and shoved by males. I received an email yesterday checking how they're going to check footage, and because they take violence seriously, they should have done this during the game and not after the fact. I would say most of the challenges were definitely geared towards strong and fast men. Yeah, I mean, if you got eliminated and then the next day you realized they cheated, that would be completely messed up and probably illegal. Like, because despite the fact that this is like a game show or whatever the hell, they have to follow certain rules, or you're just, I don't know, wasting people's time and essentially lying to them and breaking your contract. When all the contestants arrived back to the hotel, we were supposed to have flights booked for us to go home. I woke up the next day and with no flight information. With so many contestants trying to go home, I heard they would not have all the flights booked until a few days later. That is so messed up. I had to book my own flight and use money out of my own pocket because I couldn't wait that long because I had to return to work. They're going to reimburse us, but there's no telling when I will see the money. They gave out feastable chocolates. Oh yes, the 30 grams of sugar. Gotta load everyone up with some diabetes real quick. My group hoarded chocolate because we weren't sure when the next time they would feed us, and we were afraid we would get hungry. I mean, honestly, this stuff sounds straight out of a survival horror movie or something like that, where there's some evil in game game show lord who is messing with the peasants and shit like that. I don't know how much of this is legit, how much of this is confirmed, but I can say there have been multiple people reporting the exact same thing with the nurses in the hospital, with the contestants.
The statement I just read doesn't even cover the half of what I'm hearing. I'm also waiting for confirmation that there were only 2 ambulances for well over 2,000 people, the contestants, including the entire crew. And I'm speaking with someone from the crew right now to get confirmation about how many people were on the crew.
Now here's a picture that I probably blurred. It's essentially somebody's leg that is badly bruised, and apparently they have broken bones after attending this Beast Games event or whatever, and they got brutally assaulted. Another contestant says no medications, no undergarments, despite supplying 5 days of only electrolytes were Gatorade handed out, ran out of meals for people, water would run out, was not a safe space. Many of us knew it would be mentally challenging, but the danger we were put in and lack of care was unexpected. No clear communication between staff, making it worse. People were prepared to go into a Mr. Beast challenge. They obviously know it can be challenging because they've watched the videos, but they weren't there to be literally tortured. You know, from some of these stories, if these are true, this is torture. All right, denying somebody food, water, medication, and basic sanitation is absolutely insane. One contestant noted production staff hired locally were treated poorly, with some working shifts in excess of 24 hours in a row. Medications such as inhalers, contact lenses, feminine hygiene products were surrendered, which caused concern among the production's medical staff. Yeah, that is really weird. Why are you confiscating medication? In what challenge will their inhaler possibly help them? Oh my god, you need to breathe? I'm sorry, no breathing allowed in a Mr. Beast challenge. Contestants were asked to give production team several pair of undergarments, which were not returned upon disqualification. That is crazy. Stealing people's underpants is nah. You taking my underwear, we have beef for life. Okay, I'm sorry. That is crazy, bruh. Mr. Beast representative says this information is inaccurate. What a great elaboration. It's just inaccurate, guys. Is Chris, even my friend, inaccurate? Just yeah. Didn't know any of this, actually. Am I doing illegal lotteries on YouTube for children? Inaccurate, actually. A hospital employee told us, I'm aware of 3 or 4 hospital evacs today. Overnight shift said it was insane, so not sure if or how many hospital evacs were there. Production is a shit show and unprepared for the scale, making decisions as they go along. The bare bones medic staff on site is not adequate and were overwhelmed last night. They compete at night. Let me know what you guys think about all of these Mr. Beast accusations. There's so many coming out. Stay tuned. There's even more stuff coming. I talked to Dogpack, one of the Mr. Beast employees behind the scenes, and yeah, he's cooking, man. He's cooking. All right, plenty more to come.
So it's very messed up. It's like the situation with his friend, with this is the first time I watched it, the game show. I did not hear about the game show, but I think it was the one that they had at Chase. And I also heard that was rigged too, because the person that won the game show was Mark. Yeah, Mark, that's his name. And Mark is part of Mr. Beast's crew. So where was he hiding? He was hiding up in the ceiling, in the ventilation, and there was a rule that Mr. Beast said that nobody should be hiding in the ceiling. That's where all the cords, the whatever they got to for the system, whatever. So he was hidden there till the end. So I'm guessing they didn't check. They knew, they didn't check, or they whatever. But he was there. Oh no, they knew, because at the end they said he was hiding in the ceiling, and if that was against the rule, he should be automatically disqualified, but he was not. And wanted to check. So people saying that Miss Jimmy shows or challenges the rig, kind of basically that evidence can prove that it's rigged, and you not being able to take care of 2,000 people, you know that you are bringing 2,000 people, so you should be more than ready have enough resources to be able to provide 3 meals at least a day for them, or something to get them energy to be able to do your show. Like, come on, you expect them to run and hide this and that, so you got to give them something to survive on. And most of the people who are old, have medication, and you're denying them medication. Like, why? Like, so if I was me, like, I would have said, if I was doing that kind of show, any person that has a medical condition, I would not likely pick you. So I'll go through every file and ask you, not likely pick you, just because that maybe I think that it would be bad. Because, like, if it was a hiding show, like, you gotta show me where you are to get the medication. So if it was you gotta hide, it would not be fun, because if you need your medication, automatically say, I'm here, then later I caught you. Then, but, or maybe as soon as you get your medication, you find another place to hide. It could have done it like that. But this is not the worst, like, the worst of the video. So we're just watching this, like, so hit the like, comment what you think about it, like, how you, like, from the first video to this, like, that animation was 2 years ago, and that person suspected that Mr. Beast had a dark side, and it's actually coming to a light, even though not the way that avocado animation, like, bring it up, but it could be Mr. Beast's next video and last video could be bringing the moon on us. Like, we don't know, like, shit. But for me, I have no love and hate relationship. I'm not a super fan, so I'd be watching this video, but I did not know this was going on. And so just hit the like up, comment, subscribe. We're gonna watch the dog pack video, the employee himself, and about how Mr. Beast is doing illegal loitering and so many other stuff that he brought up. Like,